Warning, this video should not be watched after Labor Day. So welcome back to another episode of Thinking Caps On. And by the title of this episode, you're probably thinking, oh dear, Bob the Sandwich Maker, what has he got in store for us? Well, we are going to have some fun. So our story involves our good friend that we talked about a little bit in the previous episode, our good friend, Danny Boy. Oi, Danny Boy, the king. The king is calling.
Tis you, must go and I must bide.
No, I'm not going to start singing for you. You don't want that.
That'll do it.
Now, we talked about the fall of Babylon and the special writing on the wall and everything else. And that was towards the end of Danny Boy's sort of career, if you will, and the end of his story in the Bible, pretty much. Almost. Not quite. Let's do a prequel story. Let's just go back in time. Jerusalem hasn't fallen. The year is, let's say, 607, and there's still another 20 years to go before Jerusalem actually falls. And what winds up happening is that some of the young ones are taken by the king of Babylon to serve in the court, and he's going to educate them, indoctrinate them, potato, and just see how well they can be of service to him. Ugh, that sounds really dirty considering the name of this episode.
Don't you put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth.
Warning, this episode is rated R. R for really, really immature.
What we have is, you have Danny Boy and his three friends, and what the king has done is he is giving them all of the greatest delicacies and foods that he gets to enjoy himself and to the rest of his royal court. And one day, Danny Boy and his three buddies come to the king, and they've got a problem.
Hi, my name's Danny. This is my brother Larry, my other brother Larry, my other brother Larry.
King Nebuchadnezzar is like,
Those names are kind of a little bit confusing with your three buddies there. Let's do something about that. You're going to be Shadrach. And you're going to be Meshach. And you're a bit of an odd-looking one. We're going to call you, I don't know, Abednego, just because.
So Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and Danny Boy. And Danny Boy's got a problem.
Well, you see, what the problem is that eating your food is against our religion, okay? We can't be eating them delicacies that you've got going on for us there, and, my brother Larry, what did you call him? Abednego? Yeah, he gets real sick in the stomach when he tries to eat them.
And then you have Meshach and Shadrach, like Beavis and Butthead. I get really sick too. Like, it just makes me want to hurl.
Yeah. I get really sick too. Like, you should see it. Like, I just vomited all over the place, and it was really brutal.
So what's the king supposed to do? Well, just imagine for a moment that you are the king of the world power, and you've got these four pimply-faced teenagers coming to you and saying it's against our religion to eat your food. I feel like realistically what the king would have done is said, get the fuck out of my face, you'll eat what you're given. This is a Bible story about God's chosen people, so of course it has to work out for them when they stand up for their religious beliefs, right? So the king says,
Well, what do you want me to do about it? This is what I've given you to eat. Like, what do you propose?
Well, what I would suggest is, why don't you give us nothing but vegetables and water for 10 days, and then give your other court people the regular food, and then test us at the end of the 10 days to see who's the better one.
according to the biblical narrative, Nebuchadnezzar goes along with this. And for 10 days, Danny Boy and his 3 buddies get to eat nothing but vegetables and water. And all of the other guys of the court, they're getting to eat the regular food. Probably a lot of bacon. Bacon. After the 10 days, there's going to be a test. Let's see who's smarter, who looks better. When they go to test everybody, it seems that Danny Boy and his 3 friends are smarter, they're much more clever, and I think the Bible even says that their complexion even looks better. You know, maybe they're not breaking out a little bit like I am right now. Anyway, yeah, they're supposed to be smarter and better. So after that, the king is like, well, okay, fine. I guess your diet works, so do your thing. The end. They lived happily ever after. But here's an alternate scenario that I'm going to give you. What if the morning of the test, this is actually what happened?
All right, guys. Larry. Sorry, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Ugh, hate those names. Larry was so much easier. I am starving for a bacon sandwich. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but you know, and I think we got to do something to kind of turn the tides in our favor. I have an idea. Why don't we slip a little something in their drinks, you know, make them real sleepy. I'm sure this will work out for a certain comedian in the far distant future. Yeah, let's slip a little something in their drinks.
So yeah, just imagine that for a moment. Maybe it's not even a case of like that they were really smart, or maybe the other guys just hadn't had a very good night's sleep, or maybe they had been doped and were half asleep and kind of dopey anyway. But no, you know, according to this biblical narrative, well, you know, God gave them like extra brain power and really made them look so much better in the eyes of Nebuchadnezzar. This couldn't possibly be a self-serving story, could it? Nah, that would just be impossible. Come on, Stefan. Take off that tinfoil hat of yours and cut it out with the conspiracy theories, will ya? But a thinking person might look at this story and go like, come on, okay, so the story is written by Daniel, about Daniel and his 3 best friends? No, he wouldn't possibly think about embellishing a little bit, could he? For all we know, the test could have been something like,
What's 1 + 1?
2.
and then the drugged guys were like, 11. Huh? Oh, well, you know, look at how fast you were able to answer. Yeah, obviously, you're the smart ones. Like, yeah, come on, let's get real. But at the same time, let's just think about this. Suppose, just for a moment, that there is something to this whole thing about having a great complexion and everything else. I mean, after I eat a bacon sandwich or something with bacon in it, yes, my stomach feels happy, but I also feel a little blah. So maybe these guys just had a really big breakfast that morning full of like the best bacon sandwiches you ever wanted.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
It's a thought. But the other thing is, I mean, for the person that I dedicated this video to, my dear friend Jan. Jan has been a vegetarian for 10 years. Now, these boys were on a vegetarian diet for 10 days, and look how smart they seem to have gotten. So if my friend Jan has been doing it for 10 years, imagine what a rocket scientist she just might be. Things that make you go, Catch you next time. Enjoy your bacon sandwiches, everybody.
Hey, what am I doing? I don't even like beets.
Then don't put it in your mouth.